I'm a photographer and today we're here to do a wedding brochure shoot for the Marriott and also to get some images for Cookson, who imports some couture wedding gowns. What I want to do today is get something for the Marriott that they've never seen before. I want to give them something that's going to be completely unique to this hotel, that they can actually show their bride and say, this is what we can do for you. The model today is Nicola, and my history with Nicola is interesting insofar as I photographed a wedding. The reason I like working with Nicola is she's a stunning girl, as you'll see, but she takes direction really, really well. She's just such a nice girl. She's perfect for wedding shoots in particular. If you haven't got the right relationship with a model, it tends to make it very, very difficult. You're not going to get the look that you're particularly looking for. I suppose I treat models and all associates as close friends. I just find that by treating them as such, they tend to respond far better. And I don't treat them like that to get the response I want. I just prefer to work with friends. For me, the most important part of the whole shoot is the lighting. If you don't get the lighting right, your image isn't going to be worth anything. I've used a number of brands over the years, and some time ago I actually settled on the Lancaster equipment. I really couldn't recommend them highly enough. The reason being is it's basically studio quality, studio output, but fully portable. The Safari in particular I think is a brilliant piece of kit. I've been using it now universally and solely for at least 12 months. In all honesty, the least important part of it is probably the camera. With the right lighting, you can use any type of camera, including the likes of a bridge camera or even a compact. I do know of one guy in London who does fashion shoots with a compact camera, and his images still make the covers of the magazines. I use Nikon. It tends to just be the 24-70 f2.8 Nikon, mainly because it's a good all-round lens. The D3 is a fantastic piece of equipment. Great resolution at 12 megapixels, more than enough for what I tend to need. The low light ability is a second to none, and it's just a fantastic piece of kit. I've been doing low light since about 1994, long before digital was around. Not using flash at the evening receptions, that sort of thing, not using flash in the churches, and by doing that you capture an awful lot more of the atmosphere of the event, and they get images that reflect what they remember. It's best to assess the situation at the point that you walk into the room to do it, because that's how I work with weddings, because you're on such a tight time scale, and I found it works fine, because if I've actually tried to work out what I want to do in advance, something tends to scupper it. I'll go along to a wedding and I think, great, I'll use the gardens because they're brilliant, and it'll chuck it down. Or I'll go to a hotel and I think they've got a lovely room there, some nice furnishings, I'll make use of that, and then they've got a private party in there. With weddings, I tend to utilise the time between the wedding breakfast and the evening reception, because for the couple it tends to be a bit of a dead time. They're mired to death by the relatives, they're waiting for the new guests to arrive for the evening reception, so basically we kidnap them for about 45 minutes, which gets them away from the point out, and it gives them time to relax. And for us, we tend to get our best pictures because the groom's no longer worried about his speech, and let's face it, that's all he worries about, and the bride no longer worries about everything else. Who's going to sit next to who? Is the food going to be ready on time? Is it going to be edible? Who's going to fall out? Who's going to get drunk? Oh, all these sort of things that run through her head, that's all stopped. And at that time we actually get pictures that draw out an awful lot more of their character. They're far more natural, and it's at that time, because I've got the time to play, I'll use the lighting equipment from Lancaster, such as the Safari, and I'll try and get them at that point something completely unique. It went extremely well, to be honest. I'm very pleased with what I've got. It's as simple as that. But I love what I do, and I really wouldn't change it.